Hi guys, welcome to Bouquets by Nicole. I'm Nicole, and today I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful flower wand for the flower girl. This is the bride's bouquet. Isn't that gorgeous? And look, she has a locket on there for her mom's picture. And I mean, this bouquet is just so beautiful. And there's the matching boutonniere for the groom. And this is the flower wand that I'm going to show you how I made today. Now, what you would need for this project is your styrofoam ball. I used a 3-inch round styrofoam ball that I cut. I just cut a little piece off the bottom. And then I stuck in a flower stem that I took from one of my flowers. It was a really big, batch of flowers. So the stem is pretty sturdy and long. So that's what I'm using for my wand holder. And then I have some ivory silk roses that I'm using, some carnations, burgundy carnations. I know they look red on the camera, but really it's burgundy. And then I'm using some navy blue Real Touch roses because her wedding, these are the colors for the wedding. And I also have some leaves here. I'm not using satin leaves for this one. I'm going to use actual leaves from some silk flowers that I have. And this, the pearl buttons, those are going to be the decorations. So you would need a pair of scissors, wire cutters, your hot glue, a hot glue gun, and that's it, guys. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I made this gorgeous flower wand. All right, let's get this party started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, now the roses, let me tell you, if you purchase the roses from us, you're going to get the flower heads. So what I usually do with my flower heads is I just take, like these Real Touch roses, I'm going to cut this down because it's too long, really. So what I usually do is with the stems that I cut down usually from my roses, or I do purchase stems from my floral supplier, and we do have those for sale on the website. So if you purchase your silk heads from us, what I do is I usually just cut down the floral stem and stick it into, I already did these, just glue them in so that you can push them into the styrofoam half ball. Okay, so I already have my stems in my roses. I just need to probably cut down, and I'll also reduce the size of the rose, this Real Touch rose, because it's too big for this small flower wand. Like if I was doing the bouquet, I would probably leave it this size, but because it's just a small, let me show you what I'm saying. You see how small these are? Because it's just a small ball. I don't want them to be too big on my princess wand, my fairy wand. What do you call these things? I don't know, but it's cute, isn't it? For a little girl. All right, so let's get started. So I just take when I'm working with the silk flowers, I just take my hot glue gun, poke a hole in there. Because it's hot, it makes the hole in the styrofoam ball. I have this here so I can stay in frame, so don't pay attention to that. Because I'm usually all over the place when I'm recording, and I'm usually out of frame. All right, so I'm going to put maybe like 2 ivory roses here. Put some glue in the hole. Make a hole with the hot glue gun, and then put a little bit of glue in there, and just for extra security. And then just put your roses in, and then we'll go in with our burgundy. Now, what I was doing when I made the boutonnieres, because I have to make like 10 boutonnieres for this package, I reduced the size of the carnation. I just squeezed it like this, and then I put some ribbon around it to make it smaller. This is too big for this. I don't know, maybe I'll cut it down because I don't have time to do all that while I'm recording. So what I'm going to do, where did I put my scissors? Oh, it's over there. Sorry. All right, so what I'm going to do is just reduce this a little bit. It's too big. I want the ivory to be the dominant flower, and then just have the navy and the burgundy carnations as accent pieces. So I just reduced this a little bit. I'm going to stick this in. Put a little glue in there. Push that down. Okay, and then I'll just put the rose in real close so that'll make that look even smaller. So just keep going with my ivory roses. These roses are so pretty. I love them. I love them, I love them, I love them. And I think this is perfect, like if you have a baby girl that's your flower girl. A lot of people, I don't know, they're not using the flower baskets like they used to. Is that an old-fashioned thing or what? I love the flower girl baskets, but I don't know, the trend seems to be going away from those. So this is perfect for like a baby girl. Or maybe even no, I don't know if a junior bridesmaid would want to carry this. Alright, so I'll probably just stick another ivory in here. Now these are the baby silk roses. We also have the larger ones, which are about like 4 inches wide. These I would say maybe like 2 inches. Get rid of some of this. Okay. Ooh, this is looking good already. All right, so let's reduce these Real Touch roses a little bit because I'm getting ready to put these in. So you just peel them off. I love these Real Touch roses. I'm going to do some more videos with the Real Touch roses. I'm telling you, at the bridal show, people were touching the Real Touch rose. They were so amazed by these Real Touch roses because they look and they feel like real roses, guys. I'm telling you, they are so realistic looking. These maybe not because they're navy. And do you ever see navy roses? That's why I'm using Real Touch and not the silk, because I couldn't find any silk navy roses for some reason. They only had like royal blue. And she wanted a dark blue, so that's why I'm using the Real Touch with the silk. So we're just going to have our navy roses just peek through the ivory and the burgundy, just for a little hint of the blue. I was thinking of maybe trimming the holder with the navy, but since all of the bridesmaids, I did the bridesmaids in ivory, I guess I had to stick with the ivory so that it'll be, uniform throughout. Perfect. Okay, so I know I only used 3 of the navy because I only have 3 in that one. So let's keep them uniformed. Okay, so now I'm going to use my leaves to cover the bottom of this gorgeous flower wand. Go over there. Need my leaves. Okay. So guys, you see I use everything. I don't waste anything. So I save my leaves from when I make my bouquets with my silk roses. I save my leaves and I save the stems as well. So nothing gets wasted. You know what? I'm going to cover this first, and then I'll use my leaves to go on top of the ribbon. I forgot to tell you, you need some ribbon to cover your holder, or you can leave it. This looks pretty good like this because it's just, you know, a floral stem, but since the whole wedding is ivory, I'm just going to use ivory to cover the holder. And it's the same as, you know, when I cover all my other bouquets. Just do it really tight. So we're just going to cover this holder, adding glue as we go so that the ribbon won't, oh, and you know why this ribbon is fraying like this? Because this is the wide ribbon that I cut. I didn't feel like getting up to find the 1-inch ribbon that we sell in our kits. So don't worry, when you get your kit, you will not have this frayed ribbon. But I know how to conceal it, so. Like I told you, I don't waste anything. So this is just some, you know, scrap ribbon that I had that I'm going to use. And then I'll clean it up. No worries. It'll be perfect. You won't even recognize this ribbon when I'm done. But I didn't want to, you know, toss it. So I'm just turning this as I go. Adding glue so that the ribbon won't slip off the little girl's hands while she's holding it. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just turning the wand as I go, and it's covering it perfectly. Hurt my hand. Alright, so I'm almost done here. So can you see? I'm just covering this up. And the reason why I wanted to do this first is, like, at the end of it, the leaves are going to cover it. So. So this is done, right? Perfect. Then I'll just take my lighter and get rid of the frays that you see here. Okay, so now we're going to go take the leaves. And we're going to apply them at the bottom of our bouquet. Like so. So you're just going to go around the bottom and cover this beautiful styrofoam half ball. Alright, stick into my fingers. The reason why this is this glue is like this because I have the fan right here. That's why it's fraying. It's streaking like this. Because sister is hot, but not hot enough to turn the air on. It's just, you know. So that's why I'm working in front of the fan. So just take your leaves, probably about 6 or 7 leaves here. So when you're working with your silk flowers, don't throw your stuff away. Save them. They might come, ouch. They might come in handy. Just like these leaves are coming in handy for me. This one needs some more glue. And this. Oh, you know what I forgot to do too? I forgot to put out my wide ribbon to make my bow. I need to make a bow to go on this. So I'll probably have to take a break to do that. Alright, so see, it's covered. So you can't see anything under here. Just go around and put your glue on. Don't use too much glue. I know I'm always saying that, right? Alright, so see, the bottom is covered, right? My holder's covered, my bottom is covered. And now I'm going to put my brooches on. And then save one for my bow. And you just put this on. Now I'm going to cut these roses in the middle a little bit because I don't want it sticking out with the brooch. So I'm going to cut this down. And all of the supplies I'm using here, I have listed at the bottom of this video with links to our DIY store. So if you want to purchase the wand, if you want to have one customized for your wedding, I'll be happy to make one for you. Or if you want to purchase the supplies and make it yourself, please go and shop in our DIY section and purchase your supplies. If you'd like me to put a kit together for you, I'll be happy to do that. You know, I make kits with just about all of my bouquets so that my DIY brides can save some money and, you know, make their own bouquets. So let me know if you want a kit for this. Or if you want to just purchase the supplies individually. So I'm just going throughout the bouquet, you know, putting my brooches in wherever I think, you know, I need to. So I'm just cutting down the middle because I don't want, like I said before, I don't want it sticking up. Like that. So I'm just going throughout the bouquet. Put one on the top. Maybe like right here. That is so high. I'm going to put another rose in here. Alright, so let's make our bow. Did I ever show you guys how to make a bow? Well, how I make my bows. You might know how to make a bow already, but this is how I do mine, okay? I just take the 2-inch ribbon and bunch it together like this. And I think this one is too... Oh, I didn't cut it long. Let's take a piece of 2-inch width ribbon. Alright, fold it over. I'm just measuring it with the one I already have done. Okay, so like that, right? And then you just take your needle and your thread and just sew it. Right, so you just want to sew this together. It's just moving in the way. Right? And I just twist it because I didn't knot this, so just pull it. And that's my bow. Right? This. Alright, so this is my bow. Let's get rid of some of this frame here. I don't know what that's all about. Alright. So that's my bow, and then I'm going to use some skinny ribbon. Sorry, I didn't give all of the correct supplies at the beginning. You need skinny ribbon. And your fat ribbon. And then we're just going to tie this on here. Right? And this is the front, so I want my shiny parts of my ribbon to come through, because this is single side satin ribbon. It's not double-sided. Alright, so I have my ribbon like that, right? And then I have little brooch, pearl flat back I'm going to put on there like that. Let me put the ribbon on here first and then I'll put that on. So which side are we going to use for the front? It's big. Alright. We'll use this right here. So just put some glue right there. Put your bow on. Alright. And you're going to put some glue in the middle for your button, your brooch, whatever you want to call it. And guys, this is a wrap. Isn't that beautiful? Look. I love it. Then I'm just going to cut a little bit. Cut it like in a slant, like that.